Hello, so I came across this animation and I thought this is the perfect candidate for doing something with Houdini. For those who don't know, I recently wrote an article what Houdini means for animating transforms, and this is about how Houdini can help us with animating different components of a transform chain individually. So let's get started with this. We're going to have a cube and we're going to have 5 visible faces. So 5 times cube face. And this is it for the structure. We can move on to the styling. And here I already had the color scheme in there, so I don't have to waste time on picking colors from the animation and stuff like that. This is going to be the cube edge length. Now I'm going to have cube face, give it a width equal to that edge length, a height equal to that edge length, and now I'm going to have a loop for I from 0 to 5, because as I said I only have 5 visible faces, nth child, and I'm going to have other stuff here, but for now let's just focus on the background. So that's going to be I plus 1. So this should give me nice backgrounds. I can see them there. Now let's make all divs absolutely positioned. So all my divs are absolutely positioned. For the cube, I'm also going to have a top 50%. I'm also going to have a left 50%, and I'm also going to have transform style preserve 3D for my cube. Now here I'm also going to have a margin minus half the edge length, so that it's right in the middle. Okay, like this, minus half. And now I'm going to start positioning these things on the cube. But first, let's create an initial position, and this is going to be a rotate x minus 35 degrees, rotate y 45 degrees. This should work. Transform, here I'm going to use that position, and we're going to add more stuff later, but yeah, as I said, later. Okay, so here I'm going to have transform, and I'm going to have rotate 3D, a component, the component along the x-axis of the vector, of the axis around which we rotate. So this is going to be the x component, the y component is going to be j, and the component along the third axis is always going to be 0. And then I'm going to have a calc for the actual angle, and this is going to be an m multiplier, which is 1 by default, let's say, times 90 degrees. And here I set I to be 0 initially, then j is going to be calc 1 minus I. So this is my j. And now that I'm done with this, I'm also going to have a translate along the third axis by half an edge length. Okay, so this should do it. Now here, as I said, I'm going to have more stuff. So if I modulo 3 different from 1, so if it's not the first order, so if it's not index 1 or index 4, then I'm going to set m equal to I, else if I is 4, so if the index is 4, I'm going to set this to 1. So basically I've switched it like that. Okay, so this now looks fine. So what I'll be doing here is I'll be adding a rotation. So rotate y, and this is going to be calc. So I'm going to have two angles, two rotation angles. Okay, and this isn't going to do anything unless I register those two properties. So here I have CSS register property. So basically that's going to be name, syntax, this is the type, so angle here, and initial 0 degrees. Okay, now I just copy paste this once more, and it's going to be my second angle there. And I have this working. Now here I'm just going to do something like, sorry, that's not what I meant. Okay, what I meant is backface visibility hidden, just so that we don't have any sort of surprises. And here, keyframes, we're going to have a step rotation. And this is going to go to 1 turn. So here I'm going to have animation, step. I'm going to have an animation duration. Actually, I'm just going to make this 4 times the animation duration. Let's say I'm going to do something like this. Animation duration, let's say 0.75 seconds, something like that. Steps 4, infinite. So I guess this should do it. So I should get a rotation, and I am getting it. That's good. Now then I'm going to have a smooth or a fine. And this is going to go to 90 degrees. This is going to be the other one. So I'm basically just going to take this, and it's going to be fine. And this is going to be just the one, and it's not going to be a steps one. It's going to be ease in out. So basically something like that. Okay, now the next step is going to be something like a translate along the y-axis, and here I'm going to have a y value. So again, I'm just going to copy this. This is just y. It's going to be a length, and this is going to be initially 0 pixels. So keyframes, jump. So let's see what we have here. So 0%, 25%. This is going to be y. Actually, I'm going to make this. I'm going to make it like this, and my jump is going to be just this. I think this should do it. Okay, so for some reason it doesn't work, and I have no idea why it doesn't. So if I make it 0, does it work? 0 pixels. Okay, it works with 0 pixels, but I have no idea why it didn't work. But okay, I'm going to add just one more keyframe. Actually, don't need to add the keyframe. I'm just going to set y. So I have no idea why it didn't work to set it there. So now I'm going to have jump, ease in out, infinite, alternate. So basically I have this, and then I'm also going to have something else, a transform origin, and this is 50%. So the origin along the y-axis, and this is initially, actually I can't set it like this because I'm going to override it there. So it's like this, and then I'm going to have scale y, I'm going to have a factor fy. So now I'm just going to do this. So number and f, okay, and I'm also going to have the origin, of course. So this is going to be the origin. Okay, so I have this and I have this squish, I don't know, scale S. So 0% and 25%, just like in the previous one. I'm going to have that factor is 0.25. Then I'm going to have it 1. I'm also going to have animation time ease out. So here I'm going to have my squish, whatever you want to call it, ease in, infinite alternate, something like this. Okay, so I think this is a bit too long. Let's make it shorter. Okay, and one more thing I want to do, an origin. So keyframes origin, and this is going to be minus that. So come on, minus. So here I'm going to have my origin, steps 1, infinite alternate. Okay, so this looks a bit let's say maybe 25 is a bit too much. 15. No. Okay, so it could probably be done a lot better if we tweak the timing functions and those percentages in the keyframes, but I'm not good with this kind of stuff. I don't have a feel for it, so I'm just going to leave it at this. This is basically the best I can do in terms of animation feel, so if you have any better ideas, just put them into practice, you can fork this and so on. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have and you want me to be able to do more stuff like this in the future and not end up dying in a trash can, please consider supporting my work in one of the ways explained in the description below. You can do it with a donation, there's a donation link down there. Or you can make this kitty happy by getting her something off her Amazon wishlist. There are 2 links in the description as well. Or you can at least vote for the implementation of the cool stuff used here, because currently this is only supported in Blink browsers behind the flag, and by this I mean the Houdini stuff. So you can support the implementation of this stuff, spread the word about this so that the world knows what can be done with CSS these days. Not cross-browser yet, but well, if people want it, it's going to become cross-browser. Anyway, thanks for watching.